Hey, what's up, bros? We're over at Piggy's account today, and we're going to showcase using the helper whistle. The reason why I decided to do this video over at Piggy's account is because she's got a lot of helper whistles from just never using it before. So she just used one just now, but we've got 5 more to go. And the reason we're doing this on the first day of Halloween, on the Monday of Halloween event, is because we want to get the most candies we can for Piggy. We're going to try and reach as close to Ultra 5 as possible. That will hopefully get us to the maximum number of Pokemon spawns in the morning once Piggy does her first night's sleep. Now, I did do another video up here where we talked about the reasons you want to not use a skill specialist in the team when you're running a helper whistle. So we're actually going to do an example today. So we're going to hop on over to Piggy's teams. Oh, and this is Piggy's current favorite berries, which will come in very important in a moment. So Piggy's running a team of 3 Pokemon that have favorite berries, these 3. The Raichu is just her generalist, so a berry generalist. And she's currently running a skill specialist, Wigglytuff, which under normal circumstances is a decent Pokemon to have. But Helper Whistle doesn't actually trigger any skills. So when you do run a Helper Whistle, it will give you about 3 hours worth of production. So it could be berries or ingredients, but not skills. So what we want to do is remove any skill specialists that aren't berry focused. So for example, if the Wigglytuff had berry finding S, it might actually be useful, but in this case it's not. And we're going to go and choose favorite berries for her, Snorlax's favorite berries, and we're going to see what Pokemon she has available under favorite berries. And Swablu is a current favorite berry and a berry specialist. She has no troubles with ingredients at all because her Charizard is absolutely broken. It just drops ingredients all the time. But what we do know is that this Swablu is pretty low level. So a lower level berry gives a lower strength. So does it actually outdo a Wigglytuff that drops 1 berry every time, but at a higher level? So we're going to refer to this chart here, which is what we're going to use to look at the berry strength. And what we know is that at level 13, over here, and for flying type berry, the Swablu will drop 36 berry strength for every berry. 2 of them, and also their favorite berry. So it's 36 times 4, which is a total of 144 per production. Of course, the frequency is also important, but a Wigglytuff would only drop about 55 berry because it's not a favorite berry and there's only 1 every drop. So that Swablu is doing about 3 times more berry strength per production. So even though Swablu is relatively slow compared to Wigglytuff, it will still overall outdo Wigglytuff. So just for the helper whistle, we're going to change out Wigglytuff for Swablu. But then we'll change it back once we're done with the helper whistles. Does that make sense, Piggy?
Yeah.
Now, there was a second consideration here. So everything else seemed to be a good choice. But Charizard here, she doesn't actually need any more ingredients. She's always on max bag. So we wondered whether it would be worth changing out the Charizard at level 35, and it is favorite berry, for, let's say, a low-level Cyndaquil, which, again, is a favorite berry and is a berry specialist. Now, for Cyndaquil, we're only going to get about 33 for the Fire Berry, and for Charizard, we're going to get about 60-something down here, which just about equalizes. So it's about the same if we run Cyndaquil or Charizard if we ignore ingredient production. But Charizard is faster than Cyndaquil. So even though Cyndaquil gets ×2 on the berries, if we look at the speed of Charizard, compared to that of Cyndaquil, it's going to be a lot better to run Charizard, even considering that Cyndaquil drops 2 berries every time. So we decided to leave Charizard on the team for the helper whistles. Alright, so all that's left to do is use the helper whistles. Here we go. Now, I've never done this before, but what if I use 2 helper whistles before I even collect the first one?
Try it.
Should we try it?
Try it.
Try it?
Yeah.
Okay, what if we lose the first lot?
It is what it is.
It is what it is? Okay, alright, we'll see what happens.
For science.
The future is now for science. Help a whistle. There are still some berries to collect. Alright, so the game won't let us. Alright, so let's collect our massive amount of berries and ingredients. The game's lagging now from all that. And then we go again. I think after this Helper Whistle, we'll be close to Ultra 1. And Piggy has given me consent to use all of her Helper Whistles. Alright, here's our second, or rather third Helper Whistle for today. And voila. Ultra 1 achieved. What are you eating, Piggy?
Halloween cupcake.
Halloween cupcake. And our next one. I think Piggy made the right decision, hanging on to all of her Helper Whistles until now. And our second last Helper Whistle.
Ooh.
Wow, look at all that. Yeah, the phone is lagging.
I think it should be.
So we're almost maxed on the ingredient bag space now. So this is our last Helper Whistle. Raichu's in the way. Raichu's triggering. Hey, maybe they do trigger skill specialists. I mean, main skills. Let's click on all of them just to double check. All right. I think Raichu just got lucky.
My Raichu's like done for the day. Look at it.
All right. And that's it. So let's see how far it goes with 190 more berries to eat. And the trick to speed up this eating is track sleep with smart device. We're just going to pretend sleep. So that Snorlax, 16,130 berries. And it's ranked straight to, it went from 1 to 3 straight away from that boost. Wow, you're very close to Ultra 5 actually. But we're not actually going to track sleep. I just wanted Snorlax to quickly finish eating. And then end sleep session. And you will see that our Pokemon incense is not consumed because the session didn't count. So over here, the Krogunk incense is still there. And that's all I have to say for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Say goodbye, Piggy.
Bye, Piggy.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe.